Hi, my name is Kieran, and I was a living, breathing human being until I died in a car accident and discovered myself to still be alive as a dimensional being. I was taken to a secluded room after I had experienced myself in the dimensions and was told there to wait. Now, for a being who wasn't religious in any means whatsoever, religion did come up in that moment, wondering, okay, is there a God that exists? Why am I here? Am I dreaming? Is someone deciding whether I'll be going to heaven or hell? And looking at my life, I would have definitely gone to hell. So fear existed prominently within me. And as I waited, and then suddenly beings came again and they said to me, okay, follow us. And I went, oh shit, okay, here it comes, I'm going to hell, I'm going to be damned for eternity and burn in the fires of hell. Then I noticed a strange thing. Before us was an interesting bodily shaped form. When you look inside it, you see infinity, as though if you're going to walk into it or walk through it, you're going to fall infinitely. So I wondered, okay, is this now like a different hell punishment because of my life, that I'll fall for eternity and never be known of or be heard of again? Now, I was still aware of myself and aware of these beings around me. I was more wondering what was going on than to ask any questions. So they said, no, walk through this. And I wondered, oh God, okay, heaven is up there, supposedly. Hell is down there. I'm walking straight through something that looks like infinity. Am I going to fall infinitely? So I went, well, I don't have any other way to go, because before me was nothingness. It was vast. Before me was a form with vastness within it. Bizarre. But I walked through it and said, well, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? I could be damned for hell, fall infinitely, go to hell, burn infinitely. I'm here, so let's see what happens. And I walked through, fascinating. The last thing I'd expect is to find myself here on earth again. I looked around and I saw human beings around me again, and I saw my son James sitting with the beings. And I went, okay, wait a minute, is this a dream? Is this a test? What's going on? Where am I? Where have I been? Or the last thing I remember was dying and finding myself in the dimensions. And so I was explained that this was an interdimensional portal. I've just walked through an interdimensional portal. Where I was in the dimensions, where you go when you die. And I'm now here, sitting, having the ability to talk to my son. Naturally, James completely broke down, tears, because he just buried me recently. And here I am again talking to him. It's fascinating, the changes that occur when you die. You don't remember much. I remember a few things which I'm not much proud of at all. Thank God there's not a heaven or a hell. I would have most definitely gone to hell. I'm not the most purest of beings, or was not the most purest of human beings on earth. And I was introduced to the process of forgiveness, and we're still in processes in the dimensions. So this interdimensional portal gave me the ability to speak to my son again. And it was wonderful. You don't expect that. God, I was here. Now I'm in the dimensions. I'm supposedly dead, yet still alive. And this interdimensional portal gave me the ability for my son and I to communicate again on terms and ways of intimacy that I could never have conceived possible. I'm integrated fully up to a DNA molecular level. The being whose body this is, the girl, she's completely in the dimensions, as though she'd have died for a moment. She's fully aware when she's there. It was quite bizarre even for me to conceive something like that, a person was dead. Seeing this supposedly human being getting out of her body completely, having another being come through. So it's quite fascinating, and there are many opportunities for many beings to be able to speak to, I don't want to call it their loved ones, more ones that they've known. And I'm grateful because I had the opportunity to speak to my son again. And I wasn't even the most greatest of father figures as well. And so we both had the ability to forgive each other. And unfortunately he's still also in his process here on earth. Maybe he will come to terms with himself and be able to join the process that is to come here. But it's wonderful. It's nothing you'd ever expect. And to think that you don't really die, you're still here, you still exist after you've passed over. I'm also grateful because I didn't die of any pain specifically. It was fast, quick, effective. And now I'm here again, speaking to you, speaking to the world, letting the world know this is something that hasn't been ever before. It doesn't work like any channel. I mean, there are beings that come through here and speak for 18 hours, stay here for 2 days while the being whose body this is roams in the dimensions like any other dimensional being. So that's my story. My name's Kieran, and we'll bring through the next one. Thanks.